Hello, I'm Cedric Kennedy, aka the Atheist Dragon. I presented my origins of how I became an atheist. Since that story is done, it's time for longevity beyond Heba. This is In the Eye of the Atheist Dragon. Oftentimes, I would hear the line of, Lord, give me strength. Or I would hear someone that would say, hey, you know what? God does exist because he gives me the strength to go on. God wakes me up in the morning. God does this. And, my thoughts are, hey, he wakes you up. So without God, you would not wake up. I mean, no one cares to reverse these things. They don't want to do that. They just say it, move with it. And why do they say it? Because indoctrination. They can shake their heads and they can be annoyed by that. But it's amazing how many people put the power of themselves into yet of something that has not been seen, heard, or demonstrated to exist by any means in the tangible world. I've always been annoyed by that because they would tell me how God gives them strength and how God makes them overcome so many things and obstacles. I've met people who's been abused outright, and I've met them since I was 10. They've been beat up, stabbed, shot at, raped, parts of them dismembered, burned off. And they always thank God for what they do. And not, for what they do, how they come out of it, get stronger and things like that. And I can't help but think God does all and heal all, then isn't God the one that did this to you? Oh no, the devil did it. If God is all powerful and so strong, which I would ask at points, why didn't he just stop the devil? And I would also ask, what did the devil look like? Now, this usually came not from someone of where I am today as of this year learning anything about street epistemology. No, this was me being absolutely 100% inquisitive, wondering it was raw. I really wanted to know. I only asked questions that I legitimately wanted to know. And the looks on their faces was a mixture of, holy crap, that's a good question, and why don't you know? I'm just supposed to know what they know. And then going on recent times, thinking of using what I saw from who I'm not subscribed to currently, the Emperor Atheist, I think that's what it was. He had a video with Ice Cube, and he wasn't with them, but it was, just waking up in the morning, got to thank God. You're like, God doesn't wake you up in the morning. But also saying that, he cited, hey, God. Okay, see, I'm looking out the window and this woman, I know she's most likely, Christian and whatnot. She just let her dog shit in the neighbor's yard. She literally walked into the yard with the dog, let the dog shit at the bush, and earlier she had a bag. I'm just saying, most likely she's Christian. Why? Because this is a Christian nation. It is easy to assume someone is Christian more than anything else. The reason I'm doing this is because this is real time, and I like to be real. I like to be honest. And I'm watching this stuff. Now, do I know for sure that she's Christian? No. But if you're a Christian, here's the thing. If you saw her, you say, well, that's a nice Christian lady right there. But then you see that happen, and I say what I say, then you'll be like, well, obviously she's been done wrong. Someone taught her wrong. This grown woman. You start being an apologist at that moment. Or you would do what mostly the cowards do, say nothing. And just say, well, that was just her. I don't know. And just move on. You're going to be a part of it. Own all of it. I mean, God could have made her do the right thing, right? It's not hard. God could have made her do the right thing at any point. God could have made the dog do the right thing at any point. But when I grew up, God said, hey, there's no souls in animals, right? That's what God says. But people want to wake up. You know what? And Emperor Atheist, going right back to it, because I'm diverting, because it's over. He said, you know what? These rapists and murderers and thieves and terrorists, God wakes them up too. And see, Christians and Catholics and Baptists and whatever the hell, they'll say, oh, that's the devil and all this and that. See, when everything good and you get saved happens, you want to say God. You say God gave me the strength. God gave me this and that. But when it comes to the other, it's the devil. But you also say God makes all things powerful, and all things are possible through the power of God. So why can't you own up to the fact that all of the evils in the world is God's fault? Why can't you own up to that? That's God's fault. If God is real and God is all powerful and everything is by the grace of God, then own up to your damn words and just admit it. It's God doing it. If you want us atheists to believe that God is real, then you can't cherry pick. You can't be a coward about it. You can't say God did this, so I overcame, when you would have overcome if you didn't. There's me and a few other atheists that have gone through a lot of shit, and we've come out without talking about God made it possible. Everyone else will say it. God helped you through that. I'm like, no, he didn't. And I have evidence, because he wasn't there. When this happened, I didn't see some energetic being show up and do something. I didn't see or hear anything. I didn't hear, you shall do the right thing. I'm like, shit, I guess I'm going to do the right thing. It wasn't anything like that. It just wasn't. And a lot of people they'll throw out the whole thing of, hating God. You know what? I can't possibly hate God. He's not real. And something made of energy has a gender of he without, but yet can be anything. Oh no, God just has identity crisis. I think what people should do, what these religious people do, because here's the thing, believing in God, that's fine. I don't see anything wrong with believing in God. I don't, you can't prove he's real. You just have to go on faith. And faith is just not rational. But at the same time, when you use God to push a narrative, that's when you've messed up. That's how you messed up. I've been through enough. And a lot of people have been through enough. And I'm going to just throw this out. There's people out there in my past in which I could talk to them and just say something like this, and I know it wouldn't work. I'm not good at this kind of thing. But a lot of people have done a lot of horrible things, and a lot of people have done great things. And a lot of people have come out of things after a lot of trauma. Okay? A lot of trauma. Now, while others will say, where's your God now? I would ask, where's the evidence that your God has done anything that you could have just done on your own? You've done it. You wrote it. You've been hurt, destroyed, molested, beat on. And every single time you've picked yourself up the best that you could. While so many people that believe in the power of God around you did nothing, apologize for those that hurt you, and then hurt you themselves, or then say that you're lying about it, won't believe you because it doesn't fit their own preconceived notions and narratives. With so many avenues where God should have been there to do the right thing or be represented the right way, why wasn't he? Why was God not there by so many means? You want the answers? Just look into the eye of the atheist dragon. Thank you for listening.